Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
I don't know if you caught this, but you mentioned this about the Winnipeg Jets and the run they're on, and they're in Dallas. But I was just reading before we went on the air that they are 12-1 favorites to win the Stanley Cup, and that is something like fifth. The odds makers aren't giving them as much respect as maybe some of the home base fans are.
Or you could look at it the other way. When's the last time they were the fifth highest ranked team, like however you want to word that?
Yeah.
Like, I bet you they've never been, maybe they have, I don't know, but top five, according to the odds makers, to win the cup. That's not bad.
No, Kirby mentioned the whiteout details that are coming up, too. A lot of people amped up about that. So there's been a lot of playoff talk going on in this city again, and it's been a while since we had that buzz.
Mm-hmm.
I was blown away at how many Winnipeggers took time out of their day yesterday to go down to True North Square and show up in full-on Jets attire.
Yeah.
Whiteout gear, just everywhere. And then everybody was just
For a press
so
conference.
excited. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, the dignitaries were there, the mayor, my friend.
Your good buddy, follows you on Instagram,
And then Premier Wap Canoe. And it was just good to see the hype around the Jets playoff run.
Yeah, Joe and I were there. Joe had the J on his chest, and I had the T, but a couple of other buddies didn't show.
The E and the S.
Yeah, they didn't show up. But we were excited.
You know what? Good for you guys.
Cold,
it
no
was
shirts.
cold. I was going to say that very nipply.
I had about 5 or 6 buddies that were actually, quote, working that were there at the press conference. I saw them in a couple of photos during their workday.
That's right.
But they happen to be there.
Busy area, professionals everywhere.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, of course, and we still got a few home games to go. But, 12-1 odds right now is the last I'd seen for the Winnipeg Jets.
But the buzz is real. To go back to your original point, you guys, and you know how I can tell is the bone phone never lies about what people are talking about in this city, right? To me, it's the heartbeat. It lets us know bright and early on our voicemail what is going on in people's lives, and there are more and more Jets calls by the day. Every single day, there's 2 or 3 bone phone calls pertaining to the Jets, pertaining to the playoffs, people going back and forth, not getting enough respect, can't wait for the playoffs, oh my God, they're going to win it all, no, they're not, like that. The conversations, the debates, it's all playoffs right around the corner, and we cannot wait here at 92.1 City PJK. We'll get to those bone phone calls in less than 10 minutes, of course. Another chance to play Who the Hell Is That?
Yeah, $1,000 went out the door yesterday afternoon with Big Daddy Kane, Gene Simmons.
Wow, I can't believe it.
Yeah, Kiss's Gene Simmons was already announced. That was voice number 1, if you're playing along. So 2 or 3 will get you another $1,000. If you complete the puzzle, it's worth $2,900.
Right on. That's coming up at 6:30.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Hey, Kirby, that laugh, that's a new laugh. Oh,
my God.
Is that slow enough for you guys? Have a great one.
Well, let's see. Let's compare because
That's good.
Oh my God.
We took Kirby's laugh. We slowed it down a few days ago.
It's pretty close.
Yeah, guy did a hell of a job. Like, if we go back here, let's try this again.
Hey, Kirby.
That's not bad. Let's see one more time.
It's hearty.
He bang on. Way
It's
to
a
go.
hearty laugh.
Yep.
That's true.
We're very impressed with that.
Thank you for making that a thing.
Hey, you're welcome, Kirby. Piss jugs. It's the topic on this show that just won't go away. It's one of those key, important issues. I was just saying, on the bone phone, it dictates to us what is on people's minds in this province. And clearly, piss jugs is at the top.
Yes, Sean with J Amazing. Thank you for asking. Yes, peeing in a bottle. Yes, truckers. I've done it. Yes, I'm part of the 40%. If you're going to pee in a ginger ale bottle, partner, don't leave it in the cup holder.
Yeah,
Sean with the J gets thirsty all the time. So I know I pee on my feet all the time. Yeah, that's good. But to drink another person's, that's not good. That's not good at all.
It's so much information in that call.
I mean, that is a lot.
Look,
That's a lot. That might be a prostate problem if he's peeing on his feet.
emergencies happen.
Not
but
enough flow.
But he's right. Get rid of the bottle, though. Don't leave it in
Yeah.
the middle console. That pee bottle's got to go.
I would hate for anybody to have to go through that experience of mistaking
Oh,
a bottle of ginger ale.
For
it's not much
For
better
a
warm
piss
ginger
job.
ale, to be honest. Just warm ginger ale would not be good either.
Okay, I feel like this woman has called before, not happy with children's behavior in her store. Yeah, does that ring a
Retail.
bell?
We've had a retail call recently.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can we please talk about how kids are behaved in public and what parents actually allow their kids to do? I work in a clothing store, and today I had to clean dried off boogers off of a mirror. Dried off boogers. Do you have any idea how gross that is? I didn't know what it was, and I accidentally touched it. Boogers. Seriously. Like, how does this even happen? Parents, please watch your kids. It's not cute when your kids do stuff like this.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes
I don't ever want to be in a situation where I'm guessing what type of substance is left behind.
But Kirby,
on anything.
don't act like, Kirby, you haven't been trying on a few outfits and a booger happens. What do you do with it? If there's no Kleenex in there,
That's why I have Kleenex in my purse.
I guess wipe
at
it on
all
your
times.
pants, but something other than the
Yeah.
mirror.
Yeah, these
Oh
are
my
kids
gosh.
we're talking about.
Yeah, kids.
Right?
You can't be you can't follow them around everywhere they go. They're going to do little stupid things sometimes.
I didn't know kids were. I thought they ate their boogers.
Some do. Some do.
Some kids take them and they stick
That
them
happens
out
too, I
mirrors.
guess. She's not complaining about those kids.
No.
Those are the good kids.
Remember, kids, always eat your boogers.
Don't leave them on somebody else's mirrors.
Okay, now let's talk about Jets calls and people fired up. This is guilty.
Okay, out rolling around on a Saturday, just left Arborg Bakery. Amazing sausage rolls there. Had a blueberry fritter to die for, Philly. Okay, listen. Dr. Hockey and Professor Hockey, all this bullshit experts. You don't think about before and yesterday and last team. This is this year's team. I always want them to win the Stanley Cup, but this is the best Jets we have. Everybody tell me up on that. Get on the bandwagon, get your white gotch out, and I'm telling you, they're the real deal.
The white gotch.
I'm not going to argue with guilty as far as my thoughts on this year's team. I just, we know for a fact the culture is so much different in the locker room this year.
They're fabulous.
And they have played some great games against some tough teams, and it's going to be a tough division to get out of. But I think they're going to give you their best this year in the playoffs. It's just my prediction.
Well, and it's nice that they don't have to start with that crazy divisional matchup because they're going to be the top seed. It certainly looks like it. And Colorado's going to have to play Dallas in the first round. Like, how about that? One of those really good teams is going to be gone, whereas the Jets are likely going to get a St. Louis or a Minnesota. But sorry, go ahead, Kirby.
Is there anything better than a bakery?
You know what? Just the smell alone.
Yeah, 100%.
I've heard good things about Arborg's
Oh, yeah,
Bakery.
no, it's world renowned.
And sausage
Guilty
rolls.
keeps putting it on the map for us, but never delivers.
Guilty, next time you're there, because I don't get to Arborg very often, pick me up a case of those sausage rolls.
I'll tell you right now, I've heard about the Long Johns, and somebody actually mentioned I don't need sausage rolls, but I need these Long Johns
does.
from the Arborg Bakery.
It's like a pallet.
I agree. And those fritters. You said the word fritters. I prefer apple over blueberry, but hey, there's enough room in the vehicle. He's got a truck
Sure.
for work. Kirby, what do you need? I'm putting in the order.
Put in the order with Guilty.
Can you use some buns?
You know, fritters, though,
Yeah,
we
buns.
love 7-Eleven fritters. I'm overdue to
We
pick
do.
some up. One of these mornings on the way into
Oh
work.
my goodness.
You know what Lisa loves? Since we're on the topic of food, she loves Cantors. We've been through this
Oh,
with
yeah.
her.
They're world renowned, too.
Absolutely.
You want
Okay.
meat, Kirby?
Sorry, Joe.
No, but they're known for their meat. They're
Yeah.
butcher
Okay,
shop.
very good. Yeah.
Yep.
Hi, guys. I went to Cantor's, and I got a meat pack number 1.
Meat pack 1.
$80. I live by myself. I could cook at home. Nice bacon and eggs. And I told the cashier, you're saving me a bunch of money. I can't afford a restaurant all the time.
Chatting up the cashier.
And I'm a good cook. Yeah.
She makes chili.
I save a bunch of money. I'm good for like a month and a half.
I used to be a waitress.
Oh, I didn't know that about Lisa. Used to be a waitress.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'm looking at meat pack number 1 from Cantor's. And we've got 2 pounds of chicken legs, 2 pounds of pork butt steak. We got some ground beef. We got round steak. We got pork sausages. We got pork side ribs and some bacon.
That makes sense. She said bacon and eggs and
You really
chilies
got it all.
covered off in there too. And she doesn't get a chance to get out to too many restaurants like many people. Nowadays. That's a pretty good purchase. Cantor's just got a free advert.
I think
here
if
on the
Cantor's
program.
is ever thinking about some endorsements, meat pack number 1, Lisa. Hi, it's Lisa from the Bone Phone. You know, you just picture that. I get meat pack 1.
Arborg Bakery apple fritters are fire. They have real chunks of apple. So good.
Oh, you're not helping.
We're going to Arborg, it sounds like.
That sounds like it.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
So a lot of hype, like a lot of text messages. Boston Pizza text line about the Arborg Bakery. And I think, like, Kirby, you nailed it. Has anybody ever walked into a bakery and gone, man, this sucks. This does not smell good. Like, or oh, there's a bakery in my neighborhood and it smells so bad. Like, nobody has ever not raved about a bakery.
I just bought a candle last week that smells like, what is it?
Fresh bread?
Croissants.
Oh, croissant.
No.
I'll tell you right now, the only disappointing thing about bakeries is when they run out of something that you have put in your head that you want.
That is accurate.
Because you can't get that thought out of your head. And you walk into the bakery, that's like the biggest, gone.
Yep.
You know what? That's it. It's been decided. That's our next road trip. I'm making the call right now because I'll be doing the driving. We're going to the Arborg Bakery.
I love this.
Arborg Bakery. I'm going to start making an order.
Yeah.
Look at this on the text line. At one time, my older brother owned the Arborg Bakery.
What?
Arborg
Has he still got contacts
Bakery.
there?
Yeah, tell them we're coming. The only thing you say you're taking an order, Kirby, no, I don't think so. Because we're getting people all over the text line telling us, bring me back a case of those sausage rolls. Like, we're not loading up Joe's SUV with orders for, like, can you imagine
I'm talking about an order for me.
Oh, I see. So you, for when you get there. I get it. I thought you meant for the listener.
Like, I was ready to cry. I was like, what do you mean I can't have what I want?
Oh, you go ahead. Yeah. You're going to be at the counter going, I'll take that, I'll take that, I'll take that.
Well, that's going to be the hard part is picking out all the goodies. I'm on their website right now.
You know, we're getting a lot of nice people suggesting they would bring us stuff in from Arborg Bakery, too, like Barbarino. He's got friends there. The Arborg Hotel has the best pizza in the Interlake. Now I got to stay for lunch, too? Not a problem. Are they open for lunch?
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
All right, let's call this guy. We can't. What was the deal here, Joe?
A big spaghetti dinner, like, in a lot of these towns, happening in Tolstoy. And Jim, who called us one day, you had nicknamed him Spaghetti Jim because he says he's known for his spaghetti sauce.
Right.
And it's a great name.
Yeah.
Spaghetti Jim. And I think that's going to catch on in Stewartburn, where he's from. And any of us that have been to a small town like Fall Supper or Spring Supper, you know how well they go because they're fundraisers, right, Curbs?
Oh, my gosh. And, like, you really are getting some home cooking.
Oh, yeah. I think a lot of people are excited about this, but there's some news involving this spaghetti dinner.
Jim got a little bit of the information wrong, and I think he just wants to correct it.
Okay, let's let him make the explanation here and the correction. Spaghetti, hopefully he answers. Spaghetti Jim. We want to chat with him.
If the sauce is simmering, he should be able to get to the phone.
And he said it was the best sauce in Manitoba?
In that area, for sure.
Hello.
Hello, is this Spaghetti Jim?
Yes, it is.
Spaghetti Jim, it's Philly Joe and Kirby. How are you today?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good.
Now, Spaghetti, we had to call you because it came to our attention that you had given us the wrong date for Tolstoy's Spaghetti Spring Dinner, and we wanted to make sure we got the right info out there. I don't want people lining up for spaghetti on the wrong date.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Easter Sunday, no.
No, that's already a family day.
Yeah, so what's the date then?
I know.
What's
the date, as I think I mentioned, would be April 27th, Sunday.
Okay.
Sunday the 27th. Okay.
April 27th.
I will say this.
Sunday
Spaghetti
from
Jim.
4 to 7.
4 to 7. Where is it at? Sorry, Joe, I know you want to jump. Where and what?
It's
It's in Tolstoy at the community center.
Yeah,
Okay, good,
for
yeah,
sure. It's
yeah.
got to be at the community center.
Yeah.
I will say this.
And
You guys are taking the page out of the Italian handbook because spaghetti dinners happen on Sundays for the
On
Italian.
Sundays.
So
Well,
I don't know how
well-
many Italians are going to end up in Tolstoy for spaghetti, but
Well,
you should get a big
maybe
house.
one. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so,
hopefully.
are you
Hopefully.
okay? So Joe just kind of took a liberty and called you Spaghetti instead of like Jim or Spaghetti Jim. Are you okay if we just call you Spaghetti?
Oh, that's fine.
Okay,
Whatever.
good. And you make all the
Absolutely.
sauce, right? Spaghetti?
I do the sauce. I cook the macaroni or the spaghetti outside on off my propane outfit outside,
Wow.
and I do the garlic bread. I don't do the Caesar salad or the dessert or the beverage, but
Okay.
yeah,
That's
Oh, man.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And
Really
Jim,
get it all.
yeah,
towns,
yes, sir.
towns are built with people like yourself that give back to the community. Good on you for that.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're a good man. Is there something about your sauce, like you have a secret? Hey, if you say I don't want to share it, Spaghetti Jim, that's fine. But is there anything you want to share that makes your sauce special?
I don't know. I just turns out the way I do it, it turns out pretty good. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that
Now
yeah.
he's being humble.
I know you can tell. He's like, I'm not.
I'm glad
I
we
know
got the new
it
details.
It involves 20 pounds of ground beef. I know that. So
Oh, you go bolognese now. Now Tolstoy's
It's a
ready to
bolognese.
dance. Spaghetti.
yeah.
April
We also
27th.
we also do a vegan version also. So
Oh, Kirby.
Oh, nice.
I love
if
that.
Kirby comes, we'll give her some. Yeah.
No,
I'm sure there'll be
for sure.
lots for me.
Well,
sure.
yeah, that'll be. You'll have something to take home, probably, Kirby.
Look at that lineup.
Well, you know what? If you guys don't make it out for that, I'm going to bring you some.
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Well, I got to be honest.
For
April
sure,
27th, a Sunday, I've got family dinner. I can't make it out to
Oh,
Tolstoy.
for sure.
But
but I will save some for you.
we wanted to get the word out
Yeah.
for you, Spaghetti
yes.
Jim.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much,
Oh,
Spaghetti
that's great.
Jim.
That's
You're
great.
You're obviously a
We'll,
Manitoba treasure.
Thanks for calling.
Bye.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJK into more ears.
Kirby, would you rather be able to clone anyone's voice for your own or be able to clone anyone's face for your own? Have any voice you choose, famous or otherwise, or have any face you choose, famous or otherwise?
So, like, I'm cloning it.
Yeah, like I'll take that face or I'll take that voice.
Oh, okay. So I get to use it.
Yeah, it's yours.
That's yours.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought you would go, I'll take like Christina Aguilera or Lady Gaga's voice like right now because you're a singer. You grew up as a, semi-professional singer.
Yeah, but, like, it's a little late in the game for a singing career. And I don't have...
It's never too late,
I
Kirby.
don't have that bad a voice. I mean, if I really wanted to work with it, I could probably go back to getting some training and all that kind of stuff. But I wouldn't mind somebody else's face.
Yeah.
It might be cool.
Yeah. Imagine if you could switch it out, and just use that face when you want it.
Yeah.
Like I remember Game of Thrones, there was a Arya Stark was like a face changer. She could put on any face she wanted.
Wow.
Yeah, how cool would that be?
No kidding.
Yeah.
I should watch that show. It's
You're a
still
little-
very popular.
Joe, that's like, you gotta start.
Come on.
It's
way,
a tough
way back.
question. This is a real tough one to start. Would you rather, to be honest? I will go with face change. I think most people would be okay with their voice.
What about Sam Elliott's voice?
Well, I like Sam Elliott, yeah, and his voice, but I think
Joe
I would go
can-
with a face change.
Joe can also, he can do those voices.
Yeah, he's
Some of them.
does pretty good with the impressions.
Sam
yeah.
Elliott. Ram.
Would you rather be a peacock at the zoo, Kirby? So basically, be able to walk around and bother people, like you're not in the cages, a peacock, or be a tiger at the zoo, apex predator, but you're in a cage.
You know what? I was meant to be an uncaged, beautiful, colorful, flaunt your stuff all over the place kind of gal.
Peacock.
So I'm going to be a peacock.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Nope.
Plus, tigers have to eat other animals. I don't see you doing that.
I mean, I love cats, but the peacocks are just living their best lives out there the zoo. I mean,
true.
people are intimidated by them.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't love it when they come up to me.
Very colorful. I'm going to go with the tiger at the zoo because I've seen the tiger at the zoo. There was an incident there a few years ago, if you remember, with one of the tigers mauling one of the other tigers. Remember, they had the open gate there?
Yeah.
Anyway, the last time I went to the zoo and saw the tiger, he was, or she, I don't know, was laid out.
Sleeping.
Was laid out sleeping, and I'm going, wow, you wake up, it'll be lunchtime. I said, this is pretty good.
It's a good life.
Yeah, like at this point, they have enough room to run around. I don't need that much room to run around at this point. So I'm going to go with the tiger.
Okay, good call. Would you rather, Kirby, you're playing charades at a house party. Would you rather you're partnered up with John Rambo or John Wick in a game of charades at a house party?
Oh, John Wick. I feel like he's at least going to be a little bit more involved in the game than John Rambo.
Yeah, Rambo would be hard to get motivated to act excited about playing games at a house party.
I just think he's going to bring the vibe down at the house party.
Ooh, Rambo?
Yeah. Like, nobody wants to hear about his stories of fighting
Vietnam
off people with his bare hands in the middle of the jungle in Burma.
And you're playing charades?
You're playing charades.
You know what? I'm going to tell you right now. I think he'd be the better player. The man, well, sure, because in the jungle, he's got to be a lot quieter. John Wick is all action all the time. Like, that's a lot of expelled energy if you're John Wick. You know what I mean? Like, John, slow down. Like, if you're going to do the charade, slow down. Your hand movement's too fast for me.
Yeah.
Where Johnny Rambo, he doesn't talk much anyway. He's probably making hand signals.
Yeah, he's used to doing
I'm
that.
going with Rambo.
Strategic.
That'd be a hell of a party.
Hey, by the way, a lot of people on the Boston Pizza text line want to make Kirby aware that the male peacock is the colorful peacock out of the peacocks because they get the flamboyant. That's how they get the ladies.
Oh.
I am aware.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay, well, you just said you'd want it to be the flamboyant one.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll wrap up with this one. Would you rather? So this is a T-shirt you wear 5 days a week. Would you rather it said on it, 0 F's given, or wear a T-shirt that says fart zone, inhale at your own risk?
Oh, my God.
This is a shirt you wear 5 days a week. You have to.
I got a buddy that would like either one of those.
Like, I think everybody has somebody in their life that would wear those on the regular.
0 F's given, Kirby, in big letters, or fart zone, inhale at your own risk.
Hands down, 0 F's given.
Yeah.
There's not a chance.
Can you imagine Kirby in that shirt?
You couldn't even pay me to wear that shirt. That's mortifying.
Joe?
Yeah, same as Kirby. Yeah, that was you started with one of the hardest would you rathers and ended with one of the easy. You gave us a mulligan at the end. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Boston Pizza text line. Still talking Arborg Bakery. And if you missed it earlier this morning, we have decided as a show that this is the next PJK road trip, the Arborg Bakery.
Yep, just got to figure out a day.
Exactly. But this came in. The Arborg Bakery, the owner, used to make a public skating rink right beside the bakery. Very community-oriented.
That's awesome.
See, that's what you get with small town places like a bakery like that.
And all of this started pretty innocently. A bone phone call from our good buddy, regular on the bone phone, Guilty, saying that he was out there and he was enjoying a sausage roll. And was it a blueberry fritter?
Yeah. I'll tell you what happened. I got a text one day from Guilty telling me he was heading into town after stopping in at the Arborg Bakery. And I thought that he had stuff he was dropping off for us. And then I never saw Guilty that day. And that's been stuck in my head ever since. So it looks like we got to make the trip.
Have you looked at this? Have you looked at their website, this sausage roll that Guilty was talking about? You should see the size of these things.
Is it family size?
It's big. They have chicken strips there, Joe.
Wow.
They've got a Cuba dog. This thing, one Kubi Smoky in rye batter.
We're getting one for Kirby for sure. A Kirby dog. What did you call it? A Kubi. A Kubi dog. I'm calling it a Kirby dog.
Wow. You know what, though?
All the meats.
Like, they have, like, quiche they've got.
They got pizza. They got pizza there.
Oh, my
The bakery
God,
will make sense,
yes.
The crust for sure.
Oh, Cakes?
Oh my god.
I'm going to spend some
Apple
money.
fritters.
Cheese buns.
No, apple fritter for me.
The fritters?
Yeah.
I'm bringing home a cake.
Well, that's...
Oh, wait a second. I'm driving. Don't bring home a cake. That gets tricky.
Why? My birthday's
I don't want
coming up. I want a cake.
Well, I don't want it to collapse. Well, you can drive yourself. I'm just saying. It's hard. It's hard to travel with a cake. A lot of pressure.
It's hard to travel with me.
That is a
Well,
valid
Okay.
point. Yeah.
But I'm not going to say
What
that
the hell's the difference between me holding a cake and me just in the vehicle?
because a cake can collapse.
So can I.
No, there's
Just
no
kidding.
chance.
You guys had so much fun on the last road trip. You two. And I did too, but you two.
Our friendship grew
Yes,
tighter
I agree
than
with
a
that.
knot.
Wait
on
a
that
second.
trip.
Last week you said you didn't want to, you
Well-
were annoyed with us. What the hell are you talking about?
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
20% of us never do this when at a restaurant. 20% of us that took the survey said, yeah, we never do this when we're at a restaurant. What are you not doing?
It's a low number, too. Take note, 20%. So the answer might not be obvious. I don't know. I'm not speaking for Joe here, but just point out it's a low number. Good morning.
I'm going to go with getting the appetizer.
Nope, not in the top 5, actually.
Then you've been.
That's a great answer, though.
You've never been to lunch with Joe if you're
I
not
was
getting
gonna
apps.
say he is the king of appies.
Well,
Bread.
this is only 20%. I'll cover off 80%.
You don't need your meal when you're with Joe. By the time your meal gets there, you are full.
Honestly, it's the best.
It is good, yeah. Hi, City.
Hi, is it order alcoholic beverage?
3, not ordering alcohol. Number 3 on the list.
Okay, Harlan William tickets on the line this morning. Hi there. Go ahead with your guess.
I'm going to say use the washroom.
No, not in the top 5. Good one as well.
Yeah, that's a very good guess.
Do you guys judge somebody if they don't wash their hands at a restaurant before eating?
I never think about it, to be honest.
I know. It's funny how you don't.
Yeah. Some people will guess, I'll be right back. I'm going to wash my hands. Then I notice it, but I wouldn't have noticed it otherwise.
They
It's a
could have
good
washed
question.
their hands before they got there. They could have hand sanitizer. in
Yeah,
their vehicle.
you see
Yeah.
people do that too, yeah.
So I'm with Joe. Yeah, I don't really think about it. So it sounds like you do judge people who don't wash their hands.
Well, I recently just noticed it. Yeah,
That means you're judging now.
I'm judging.
I'll have to-
Hello. Oh, sorry, Joe.
no, we have to remember that when
Yeah.
we go out for lunch.
Better wash our hands, yeah. Want to be judged. Hi there.
Hey, how's it going, fellas? It's poor boy number 3.
Poor boy
Number
3.
3, it's been a
Okay.
while.
Who gets in the most?
It's been a minute. I've been trying.
Which,
I've been trying.
Which poor boy gets in the most?
I think 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4, I
I
think.
want to say 4.
Let's go!
I'll tell you, we're not hearing from 1 and 2 very often. They
Yeah,
must be
where
working.
are they?
Well, the one guy likes to listen to his phone in the morning. The other guy listens but doesn't really call in. So.
Right. That's okay. We acknowledge.
Yeah.
You got a guess?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm a little stumped on this. Yeah, let's go, fellow Albertan. Win me one.
Curbs.
I'm going to say they don't get dessert.
Number 4. 20% of us never order
on the board.
dessert.
Take
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you're on the board. Way to
Yeah.
go, Curbs. Order alcohol, order dessert have been knocked off the list here.
780 City, 780 2484. Hello.
Not using your manners.
No, nothing to do with manners.
All right. Harlan Williams tickets up for grabs this morning with completely useless trivia. Hello.
Hey, good morning. How about look at the menu?
No, nothing to do with the menu.
Because you've sorted it out before you got there.
Yeah,
A lot of
Phil,
people
you do that.
I do
Phil,
that. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
start looking days ahead.
I'm excited. You've seen me eat. Hi, City.
Morning.
Morning.
How's everybody?
Yeah, good. You?
Oh, pretty good.
Good. What do you think?
Tip.
Tip is number 2. 20% of us said they never tip at a restaurant.
A little cutthroat, but that's
Jeez,
okay.
yeah.
I
Well,
mean, hey,
I-
not
it-
everybody has the means.
You know what, though? It also depends on what you're classifying as your restaurant. If it's like a coffee shop, people are less inclined probably to leave more than if they were at a fancier restaurant.
Point. Hi, City.
Could I get Philly?
Phil for the win.
Well,
20% of us, Phil, never do this when at a restaurant. Tipping number 2, ordering alcohol number 3, ordering dessert was number 4.
Complain. Send food back.
No, good answer there too.
Sorry about
Very
that.
good answer.
I won't. you know, have to be pretty drastic. There's going to have to be like a tooth in there for me to send it back.
I got to be honest.
You wouldn't even notice if there was a tooth in your food.
I was going to say, that would be the cat. There's no notice time. No notice period. It'd be gone before.
Inhaled.
And then by the time your brain processed that you just finished eating, you'd go, oh, I should have sent that back.
Was that a tooth?
I'm licking the plate. Hi, City.
Is it something around making reservations or not making reservations?
No, nothing to do with rezos. No.
A lot of places need them nowadays to get in. Like you are SOL if you're not making a rezo.
True that.
780 City, 780 2484 for Harlan William tickets. Go ahead.
Can I get Kirby, please?
Curbs, what do you think?
I'm going to say that they don't take home any leftovers.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, your winner, Shalinda Kirby.
Woo!
20% of us do not take home leftovers. And the last answer on the top 5, believe it or not, 20% of the people that took the survey bring kids. Some of the people that answered the survey said they don't bring children. The restaurant is their escape.
Okay.
Yeah, take leftovers home.
You guys? I don't see you taking food home.
There's usually not much left.
Yeah.
No.
There has to be like a decent amount left, and it has to be something that holds up well.
No way. I'm taking if there's 4 fries on the plate, I want that. Let's go.
You wouldn't have 4 fries on the plate.
That's very true. Very true.
For more Philly, Joe, and Kirby, log it into 92.1 City weekday mornings 6 to 10.